Beloved, welcome back to the shop. Today's video is made possible by our good friends at EcoFlow. Welcome back to the shop. In today's video, we are going to be upgrading my Mtek Flux helmet, the headset mounts. Now, there's a couple different options when doing this, and the original ones I went with were these top mounts here. There's a couple things I don't like about them. They feel super janky, and they do pop off when I use them. They also keep the weight up really, really high. And the other thing is, what's the other thing? I guess that's it. Those are the things I don't like. Oh, I know what it was. I need to free up some rail space for the top there, and that's taking that all up. So the replacement is going to be for the OPPS Core. Now, I had to go to three different companies that makes the pieces to adapt the OPPS Core style to the Mtek. And let me show you what those are if you're looking, and then we'll build it out together. The reason why you have to source parts from three different companies is because of the way these rails are. Some companies are proprietary, meaning that they have different attachment systems. OPPS Core, for example, which makes these super skookum retention deals, they have their own base mount, which won't work with this. And Team Wind either. I don't know all the details, but what we have with the MLOK or the Mtek is this is MLOK. MLOK is nice because all the accessories that we have for our ARs and such, you can swap them back and forth, light mounts and all sorts of things. So super versatile, but they will not work with these. So to make that work, Unity Tactical makes these little guys right here that will fit inside there or inside here and receive that. They're basically going to replace, by removing this screw, they'll replace this OPPS Core mechanism. But it doesn't stop there. You know, that gets us half of the way there. The other portion that won't work is that these are made to snap on the OPPS Core headsets. Now we're using the 3M Comtacs, the Peltors, and that is completely different. It's not going to work. So I found this clever company, Bifrost Gear, that makes really high quality replacements. Now this is going to snap on there, and it's going to give that nice solid mount up, just like the OPPS Core has. So let's take it apart and start building up the helmet. Oh, and Mama Kitty, she loves wintertime. She gets to sit by the stove on her Pendleton blanket and hang out with me. We have a good time together. 18 years old she is. I'm surprised every day that she's still here. Okay, well, it's gonna be nice to have that rail space freed up there. We went out on a secret mission the other night, really went through our gear, and I learned a great many things. And one of them, I realized that I don't care for these mounts. Now we can remove the headsets from the wires here. To get these off, you rotate these wires 90 degrees off of the posts, and they should just snap off. We'll have to remove the microphone. Okay, now we've got them stripped down to what we need here. Both ear cups and the mic. I guess we'll start with the MLOK rails. To do that, I think we're going to have to take off these guys. Yeah, because that sits behind there. So we'll pull this cover off. One of the things that makes the Mtek helmet so strong is that there are no penetrations in the shell. Everything is mounted externally. This is the Unity adapter. Yeah, and that fits in there good. No adjustment, just takes up that full deal. But that looks pretty good. These screws are plastic. With the MLOK adapter on there, we can remove the OPPS Core adapter. Now it works with our MLOK. Beloved, our friends at EcoFlow are offering some pretty amazing deals for Black Friday. I'm going to put the poster up here, but the ones that I'm most excited about is the Big Delta Pro. $1,100 off. I believe this is going to be the most aggressive, the cheapest pricing I've ever seen for this. And down in the description, I'll put a link that will give you another 5% off. I don't think it's ever been sold for this cheap. The other one, if you look on the bottom, is the River 2 Pro. This is the gateway drug for EcoFlow. This is where I would start if you want to ease into this. A portable power solution that can be recharged with solar, 12 volt, your car, the wall. This is something that is always in Mrs. W's car and Jack's car. We take it with us on every time we leave the house. It is an indispensable unit. And this one here, I believe, is $130 off. The thing that I'm most excited about is what's coming up in the future, and it's the Delta Pro Ultra. This is going to be a whole home solution that is going to give you the ability to have energy independence if you have a small cabin or even a big home. I have these components early on a pallet. They just arrived yesterday, and I'm going to be installing these in the shop. To be honest with you, gentlemen, I am getting so much runaround, and there's so much expense bringing power up into some small buildings that we have. It's just not worth it anymore. The solution is here, and I'm going to be putting an off-grid system, which is going to make me independent of the grid and just going to give me a great peace of mind. There's a special deal. I'll close with this. There's only 500 of these available. If you pre-purchase for $300 a coupon, and the links, everything will be down in the description, you can redeem that for, I believe, $1,500 towards your purchase of the Ultra package. And this is something that's really cool, and I can't wait to share with you. But just a little bit of a teaser. If you want to take advantage of these sales for Black Friday, all the information is down in the subject heading. And big fan. We love our EcoFlows around here, and we're proud to be having them supporting the channel. May God bless you and your families, and back to the video. And finally, the clamp. Oops. Was there a spring? Where did that go? Well, that only took 15 minutes to find. 10 feet away from where it dropped on the ground. Be careful. All right, so we have a very clever little ball and socket here. This is the first real OPPS Core stuff that I have seen, this in the counterbalance, or that counterweight. But boy, they sure make high quality stuff. Everything is super skookum. Gentlemen, I'm just sad to say this Bifrost Gear, these adapters, this retention system is trash, in my opinion. This is personally offensive to me that anyone would think that that is going to be sufficient. It must have taken me a half hour to get those stupid things on there, and they barely hang on there, and the plastic on this is very soft, and just in the process of trying to get them on, they boogered them all up, and I don't think that they're hold. I mean, whoever thought that that was going to be something that would stay and last, and to put on a quality piece of equipment like this is delusional. So I'll run them now, but I'm going to look for an alternative because this is not recommended. It is, all you have to do is they're just barely hanging on there, and all you have to do is that to be bumped, and they're going to be gone. That's why they gave me 8 in the package, because they knew they were going to fly away. This is not acceptable. Oh, and it gets worse. Once you get one side locked in, then I don't know if the fit's not right, then you cannot get, it won't click on the pin anymore without, now I've got to get pliers and mar the plastic. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to give you the good and the bad. One thing that's really noticeable right away is that there was a lot more weight on the back of the helmet. I felt like I was pushing it back because the attachment point has now moved from up high to back, so it puts the center of gravity lower on it. As soon as you put it on, it feels better. You can notice it right away. And with the counterbalance that I have, I think this is going to be it feels really balanced. It feels even, and I don't feel front heavy. Again, another fail on the Bifrost, even the tolerance for the microphone, look at that. That needs to stay put. That can't be slopping around here like that. The Bifrost attachment points are a total fail on all accounts, and they should be pulled off the market and redesigned. I would buy another set if they could sort them out, but the way they are now, this is ridiculous, embarrassing. But that really soured the whole experience. Everything was so good. The Unity part was perfect. The OPPS Core mounts are exceedingly nice, incredibly well built. and so light. They're just brilliantly engineered. But this stuff, the adapter piece, is not up to that standard, not even close. All right, may God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.